Hi, I'm Dan Dietrich from Wall to Wall Recording in Chicago. Today we're going to talk about the Studer a812 tape machine and do a very basic electronic calibration. In order to calibrate our machine, we would monitor the repro head and we would put on our MRL tape at whatever operating level we choose. You can buy your MRL tape directly from Magnetic Reference Laboratory or through a dealer. They come in various operating levels, widths, and EQs. I've put our MRL tape on the machine. I'm monitoring the repro head. And now I'm going to play it. There will be a 1K tone. I'm going to adjust the repro level. On this machine, it's via a keypad. On older machines, it is with a potentiometer. I'll press play, and it looks like my left side is 5 dB down. I adjust with the keypad. Again, on other machines, it would be a potentiometer, and I hit store. We've done our repro level adjustment with the 1K tone. Now we need to adjust the repro treble. That's done with the 10K tone. I'm going to press play while, again, monitoring the repro head. And it looks like our left side is down a couple dB, so I'm going to adjust that with the keypad. And then hit store. Again, that would have been done with a trim pot on an older machine. The last adjustment we need to do is the repro bass. We've done the 1K tone to set the level, the 10K tone to do the treble EQ, and now with 100 Hertz, we're going to do the bass EQ. I'll press play. Our left side is down a couple of dB, so I'm going to turn that up until it reaches 0. Press store, and that's it. Now that we have our repro levels set, we're going to adjust our record electronics. And the goal is that what we put in is exactly what we get out of the machine. It's recording and reproducing exactly what I put in. So I'm going to feed a 1K tone to the input. Then I'm going to monitor our calibrated repro heads and record. So I'm putting in 1K at 0, but I'm getting back not 1K at 0. So I will adjust the record level, hit store, go to the right channel, and hit store. So we're putting in 1K at 0, and we're getting out 1K at 0. The next record adjustment we need to make is the record bias adjustment. The easiest way to explain bias, and very simply, is that it's a high frequency tone that your audio rides on, and it helps your audio stick to the tape. In the case of our Studer here, the bias frequency is around 150 kilohertz. It's generated internally via an oscillator. And in order to adjust the bias level, I'm going to feed in a 10K tone at -10. This is per the manual. All right, now I'll start recording. Switch to repro, monitoring the repro head, and now I'll turn the bias all the way down and watch the left-hand meter, excuse me. Okay, with no bias, that 10K tone really is not sticking to the tape. So I start adding more and more bias. At a certain point, it's going to peak. Looks like around -7. And as I keep adding bias, it goes down. I keep adding bias until it has dropped 3 dB, which is the tape manufacturer's recommendation. And I'll hit store. And that 3 dB between the peak and where we stopped is our overbias. Now that we've reset the bias, I want to double check the record level. I'm going to feed in 1K tone at 0, start recording, switch to the repro heads, and it looks like our left side is good, our right side is down a bit. So let's adjust that and hit store. Now that we've adjusted the record level, we need to adjust the record treble. I'm going to feed in a 10K tone at 0. Here's the input of the machine. 10K at 0. Start recording. I'm going to switch to repro and see if we're getting out what we put in. Left side looks good. The right side is down a bit. So I'm going to adjust the record high frequency EQ till that's at 0. Hit store. And now, when we put in 10K at 0, we get out 10K at 0. Our final record adjustment is to double check the repro bass. That may seem a little strange, but there is no record bass adjustment on the machine. So I'm going to feed in a 100 Hertz tone at 0, start recording, switch to my repro head, and I can see that the left is down about a half dB. So I'm going to adjust the repro bass until that's at 0, and we're putting in 100 Hertz at 0, and we're getting back 100 Hertz at 0. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to our channel. We'll have more videos about the tape machine and other gear soon, and check out the link below.